If you've ever wondered why the successful comedy Cheers came to an end, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll look at why the show went off the air when it did, and why it officially ended after this happened, despite being loved by audiences and its major success. Anyone who knows comedy sitcoms is at least familiar with and has probably seen a few episodes of the former NBC series Cheers. Cheers ran from 1982 to 1993. The cast and crew filmed 275 episodes, and the show ran for 11 seasons. If you're one of the few people who hasn't actually seen the show, you probably at least know its signature catchphrase, "Where everybody knows your name." To quickly fill you in, Cheers was based on a real bar in Boston. Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson, owned the bar on the show, which was called Cheers. An ensemble cast of characters that included Kelsey Grammer, Rhea Perlman, Shelley Long, and Woody Harrelson are always hanging at the bar as either patrons or bar staff, sharing bits and pieces of their lives. The show is a sitcom that provided audiences with lots of laughs, so many laughs that viewers actually complained about the volume of the laughter at one point, thinking it was from a laugh track. Turns out the laughter was actually from a live studio audience. Despite being a sitcom, Cheers often dealt with serious topics, such as alcoholism. Ted Danson's character was an ex-alcoholic, and it raised awareness about designated drivers. It was also known for being relatable. This most likely stems from the fact that Cheers writers based the show's dialogue on actual conversations they had overheard in bars. Even though Cheers ended up having a long run, it was almost canceled during season 1 to poor ratings. But after it found its footing, ratings went up, it found a spot during NBC's must-see TV lineup, and was nominated for a whopping 117 Primetime Emmy Awards throughout its run, winning a total of 28. It became one of the most popular series in TV history. It was so popular, some of the Cheers characters got their own spin-offs. There was Frasier, starring Kelsey Grammer as Frasier Crane, the same Frasier Crane who was a regular patron at Cheers. Then there was the less popular The Tortellis, which featured Rhea Perlman's character from Cheers. That was canceled after only 13 episodes. So why would a show with so many Emmy nominations, multiple spin-offs, and such lovable characters come to an end after 11 successful seasons? Well, we'll tell you. But first, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like. And subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. As we mentioned, Ted Danson's character, Sam Malone, was the main focal point of the show. The bar where everyone hung out belonged to him. But after 11 seasons of playing the same character on the same show, Danson was ready for something new and different. The show's producers were okay with that, and came up with what they thought was a solid solution. Have Woody Harrelson's character, whose name was Woody, take over the bar. But the producers ran into a slight problem. Harrelson and Danson were friends, and Woody was a big fan of Ted's. Such a big fan, he wouldn't do the show without him. He simply wasn't interested in continuing without Ted. So instead of a Woody takeover, NBC arranged for a big celebration and finale watch party for Cheers fans at Bull and Finch Pub, the Boston bar that was used for all the exterior shots, which has now officially changed its name to Cheers. Following the final episode, the cast appeared on The Tonight Show all together. Ted Danson may have been ready to move on from Cheers, but the rest of the cast, as well as NBC and Paramount, were not necessarily as ready. So is Ted to blame for the end of the show? He has certainly tried to make it clear the show didn't end because of him. He's been quoted saying, "It wasn't that they didn't want to do the show without me, it's that they didn't want to do the show without Sam Malone. There is a difference." And according to a 2018 Variety interview, the show's co-creators, Glenn Charles, Les Charles, and James Burrows, and executive producers share those same sentiments. Burrows said, "The Charles brothers and myself talked for half an hour, maybe an hour, about trying to do the show without Sam Malone. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to go out on top." So after tons of drinks and countless laughs, it was time to put the closed sign on the door of Cheers for good. It certainly seems like Danson's exit was the main factor, but there's something else we should mention. No matter what we're watching, a TV show or a movie, we as audience members love a good will they or won't they get together storyline, and Cheers gave us just that. Sam Malone was not only known as the man who owned Cheers, his claims to fame also included womanizing and being a former Boston Red Sox pitcher. Shelley Long's character, Diane Chambers, a waitress at Cheers, was the object of Sam's affection, even though she drove him absolutely crazy. The two couldn't stand the fact they were interested in and attracted to each other. Before their first kiss, Diane even tells Sam how much he disgusts her and how much she hates him. But Sam and Diane did become an official couple in season 2. But the relationship wasn't exactly smooth sailing. And how could it be? It's on TV. One Cheers episode actually depicts Sam slapping Diane. Diane leaves soon after that, seemingly ending their relationship. She comes back in season 3, but she's got a new love interest in Frasier Crane, leaving audiences, and Sam, wondering if Frasier is going to get in the way of Sam and Diane mending their relationship. Turns out Frasier doesn't get in their way, but there was still plenty of drama between the two. Sam proposes to Diane at the end of season 4, but she rejects him. Then in season 5, she decides to actively go after Sam in hopes of getting him to propose again. Diane wants a proposal so badly, she even drags Sam to court, presses him with assault charges, and forces him to pop the question. Things don't go as she planned, and by the end of season 5, she's gone, at least until the series finale. So as much as we do love a will they or won't they love scenario, remember Ross and Rachel from Friends? Did the Cheers writers take it too far between Sam and Diane? Shelley Long certainly thought so. She ended up quitting due to the repetitive storylines written for her. Now we're just speculating, but it's possible the same repetitiveness contributed to the show's ending. Viewers could have lost interest in all the back and forth and the storylines that overlapped too much. Or maybe the interest was lost after Shelley Long departed from the show. Obviously, Cheers carried on for multiple seasons after she left, but perhaps her absence was the beginning of the end. When it was time for Cheers to end in 1993, it did so with a feature-length 3-part episode that was watched by 80.4 million people. Shelley Long's Diane comes back for the finale and once again finds herself somewhat romantically involved with Sam, who decides to leave Cheers and move to LA to pursue a relationship with Diane. But after a delayed flight and lots of time to go head-to-head with Diane, he decides to return to Cheers, which at this point has become his true home. The end of Cheers didn't mean the careers of the show's stars ended. Cheers was only the beginning for Ted Danson. He went on to star in Becker, Damages, Bored to Death, CSI Crime Scene Investigation, The Good Place, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Kelsey Grammer's Cheers character got his own spin-off with Frasier. Woody Harrelson went on to star in numerous movies and was even nominated for an Academy Award for his role in The People vs. Larry Flynt. Shelley Long established both a successful movie and TV career. She played Carol Brady in the Brady Bunch movies and appeared on Murphy Brown, Diagnosis Murder, 8 Simple Rules, and Modern Family. Even though it's nice to go where everybody knows your name is playing over and over in our heads, now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite episode of Cheers? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.